What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. Tomorrow is Bandcamp Friday, so I figured I would take a little moment here to show you guys some recommendations of stuff that I've been listening to, some stuff that I picked up recently, some stuff that might not be on your radar to pick up tomorrow and maybe should be. So hopefully you'll find something in this video that you like, and we'll support some of these projects and labels and artists and that type of good stuff. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. Just kind of want to give you guys a heads up on some of the stuff that I've been listening to as of late. The first two things that I'm going to show you guys are things that I picked up from Bandcamp fairly recently, and they're absolute steals. So I figured I would throw these in on this video before they're sold out, and you guys can jump in and get them as well. First up, we have a hardcore punk album from the band Lies. Lies is a kind of a hardcore supergroup. It has members of the Hope Conspiracy, Skin Like Iron, and it has two full lengths on this particular release, Abuse and Plague. This was released through Southern Lord Recordings in 2016. This is available on Bandcamp right now for $1 American. So definitely a steal on this one. I liked both of the releases that are contained on this one disc. Their album Abuse and their album Plague are both on here. If you're into hardcore and this sounds like something you might want to check out, as always, it's linked up in the description. And a couple of the tracks that I really liked. First off of Abuse, there was a track called Regret. It's the next to last track on that part, on that particular album. On this, it's hard to, I get confused because there's two albums on one disc. It is the next to last song on the first album on this disc, Regret. Absolutely love that track. And then Plague, the second album on this disc, there's a track called All Hail, and I like that one as well. So definitely, if it's something that you might want to check out, you can listen to those tracks for $1. You can't go wrong. It's listed in the description. Go check that one out. And next up, I have a vinyl. This came from Church Recordings. This is the debut full length from Atlanta, Georgia's Crossed Hearts. This album is entitled Forced Perspective. You can just kind of get a feel from that artwork. It has this cheesy 80s vibe going on. It's kind of a melodic heavy metal, traditional heavy metal. Definitely has that 80s traditional heavy metal slash hard rock feel going on. I love that picture. Hopefully it won't glare up too bad. I love the picture of the band there on the back. I mean, that just gives you 100% the feeling that you're going to get from this album. The track White Lies and Bad Guy. I love those two tracks. I actually really like this whole album. It's a little bit different than what I've been leaning on musically lately. I've been kind of listening to much more extreme styles of music, heavier styles of music. But when I need a break from that and something refreshing, this has just been scratching that itch. I just got it on black vinyl. They are sold out of the black vinyl, but they have picture disc still available, and they are $3. $3 plus shipping for a vinyl that is that good is insane. So that one is also linked up down there in the description for you guys as well. So those are some steals I wanted to share with you. Now getting into the kind of meat and potatoes of the video, the stuff that I definitely think you guys need to be checking out. First up, we have a band out of my home state here in Tennessee. This is a black metal project with their EP entitled Purity. This is a band called Lenax. I've talked about them briefly before when I did my Metal Devastation video last year. This is a killer EP. It is 5 tracks of traditional black metal. They're not reinventing the wheel on this by any means, but they perform black metal, traditional sounding black metal, very well. This kind of has you thirsting for more. It does the job of an EP very well. It is definitely has piqued my interest to the point where I am excited to hear these guys put out a full length. Track number 3 on this, entitled Inner Dimension, that is a kind of a introspective black metal track. It is one that I absolutely get lost in. You can look the lyrics up like on Metal Archives, and I like to look those lyrics up and follow along on that particular track, and it definitely it can take you to a very dark place, but that's the purpose of it. I think that's what they were setting out for when they did that, when they created that track. I love all 5 tracks on this, but that third track, Interdimension, if you're wanting to check out some new black metal, and this might be something you're looking forward to, go check out that Interdimension track. Pick yourself up one of these EP copies and help support my home state guys there in Lenax. Next up, we have some Black and Stoner Doom, and that just, for me, that just feels odd saying Black and Stoner Doom. That's not two genre tags that tend to mesh up together that often. I recently did a fairly large Adirondack Black Mass order, and this has been the release out of that I just cannot stop listening to. This is Swamp Fiend with Smokeweed Hell Satan. And the very first track, Smokeweed Hell Satan, the title track, had me hooked from the very beginning. It's only 6 tracks long, runs in, I think, around 25 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer. It's divided up into 3 parts, entitled The Ritual, The Demon, and The Gift. Each part is 2 tracks, and it kind of tells a story along the way, just in the way that the album is structured. But it is a killer release. I cannot sing the praises of this one enough. It did come out last year. I overlooked it last year and kind of kicking myself for that now. It was a blind buy when I did this recent order with Adirondack Black Mass, and it's quickly becoming one of my favorite releases out of that entire order. As I said, the title track, Smokeweed Hell Satan, is a good one. The last 2 tracks, The Blade of Grass, track number 5, that's a strong track as well. And then you have a instrumental track entitled Ritual Haze that closes out the album, and that's another super solid track. So definitely, if you're into Stoner Doom and the kind of idea of Black and Stoner Doom, it gets a little sludgy at times. I guess it gets a lot of sludgy at times, but if that's something that intrigues you at all, I think you will love this just as much as I did. Next up, going from something stonery and gets a little slow to something that is just absolutely relentless. This is a grind, kind of death grind, leans heavy on the grind side out of New Jersey. This is a band called Unhinge with their, it's labeled a full length, but it's only about 16 minutes long. It's entitled Aggravated Mayhem, and it is absolutely aggravated mayhem. They titled this perfectly. I hate to be like just a broken record saying the first track kind of sucked me in, and I couldn't turn it off, but that's how this one goes as well. This was released through Grand Vomit Productions last year. First track, Death Mode, that's the one that hooked me, has put its claws in me, and I just could not turn it off for the whole 15 minutes. Listened to it about 3 times all the way, and it was time to open up that wallet and purchase myself a copy of this. Death Mode, as I said, is a strong track on this, and then there's track 6, Frantic Visions. Just kind of gives you a feel of what you're getting into. You will get bludgeoned with this album in the best way possible, so definitely check that one out. Next up, we have a band out of Spain. This is a full length that came out last year through Redefining Darkness Records. This is a band called Undead with Putrefactio. This is their sophomore, I believe, full length of kind of thrashy death metal. There's so much old school death metal. I've been listening to so much old school death metal. I know I'm not alone. I know a lot of people out there have. Something like this is very refreshing. This style of death metal, it's different, it's catchy, and it's a super solid full length album. I think you guys will dig it as well. If this one kind of missed your radar last year because you were hyper focused on OSDM like I was, definitely go back and revisit this one. Here I go again, the opening track, Feast for the Worms. Absolutely stellar track. Track number 4, Demon of a Thousand Lies. That's another super solid track on that one as well. in retrospect, if I had given this the time that it deserved last year, this very, very easily could have ranked top 10 of my end of the year list. And I hate that I was that slow and that late picking this one up. So if you haven't heard Undead, definitely do yourself a favor right now and go check this band out. Last one that I'm going to show with you guys is just a tough EP. This is some Ohio death metal, kind of death metal slash hardcore. I was super excited when I found out that this one was coming out this year, and I was not disappointed in the least. This is Tomb Sentinel with Endless Anguish. This came out in January. This was released through Maggot Stomp, so you guys know Maggot Stomp. This is probably one that a lot of you have already heard, but just in case you haven't, this is the strongest 4-song EP that you're going to hear this year. This will beat you up. It will beat you all over the place, and it'll make you want to go punch a few people as well. And I do mean that in the absolute best way possible. Killer stuff there from Tomb Sentinel. I was excited. I hope you guys are excited to hear something like this. Go check it out. That's all I've got for this video. I hope you guys find something on here that you like. Definitely go check out those 2 steals at the beginning of the video. You're not going to find a better deal than that anywhere. And go check these bands out and give them some support. Check out these labels, all that good stuff. It's linked up down there in the description. I will try to have a new CD collection video up very soon. I know I'm slacking on those again, but you guys know that I'm always behind. That's all for today. Stay classy, stay metal, enjoy your Bandcamp Friday, and I will see you guys soon. I promise.